everyone, my name is Hannie and welcome back to my violin beginner class. In the last video, we learned about rhythms. So in this video, we're going to learn about notes and pitches with the whiteboard, the old-fashioned way. We have the musical staff right here, and the staff is like a book for musicians that tells you what note you should play and how long that you should play it. Before we further examine the musical staff, we're going to look at the musical alphabet. The musical alphabet starts with A, then goes up, B, C, D, E, F, G, then back to A, and it repeats itself. And the musical alphabet is there to identify what notes that should be played. Remember, the note after G is A, not H, because we're studying the musical alphabet, not the English alphabet. The musical staff, just right here, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. 5 lines, 4 spaces, and each line and space has its own note name. Now on the far left, you'll see the swirly symbol, and this is called the treble clef. Now, another name for this is the G clef, because this swirl right here, you see, it swirls around the second line of the staff, which is note G. So we have note G right here, and we're going to go up the musical staff, which means that the notes are going to get higher. So G, and the next note, looking at the musical alphabet, is A, and A is positioned right here, because whenever you go up one note on the musical staff, you go from line to space. C, you went from here, line, to space. And the next note is B, it is on the next line. For C, we're on the next space. Same thing for D, on the line. E, on the space. F, on the line. And finally, G right here. So what we have created here is called an octave. This is called an octave because this G and this high G is exactly 8 notes apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is how you go up the musical staff from this G to high G. So we have note G here again on the musical staff, and this time we're going to go down the musical staff, which means the notes are going to get lower. So we have G right here, and then going backwards on the musical staff, since we're going lower, the next note is F. And F is on this space right here, because same thing as when we're going up the musical staff, when you go up, you go from line to space. Same thing when you go down, you go from line to space, and the next note on the line will be E. Then for D, it's on the space right here. And we have to put note C on the musical staff, but it seems like there's no more space for us. So what we do is we add a line here to seem as if the staff had 6 lines. And we put our note C right here. Then for B, we put the same line and we just put the note under. See, even if the notes go off the staff, the pattern line space still continues. Now for A, we put 2 lines. Oh, it's just so sloppy. And we put 2 lines and we put it on that line. And for G, we put it right under those 2 lines. So again, what we have created here is an octave because this is exactly 8 notes apart. And by the way, same, you know how we added lines here so that the notes could go lower? Same thing as when we're going higher. For example, this is note G, and we want to go to note A, then we put a line right here, and we put our note here like that, so we could go higher. So anyways, this is how you go down from this G to low G. Now, I know it's going to be really confusing to memorize all of these note names, but here are a few helpful tricks. There's a commonly used acronym E, G, B, D, F, which stands for Every Good Boy Does Fine, and you could use that to memorize the line note names. You could also use the word F-A-C-E, face, to memorize the space note names. Now the 4 notes that I really want you guys to know the positions of are G, D, A, and E. G, D, A, E. And I want you guys to know where these are located on the musical staff, because those are the 4 strings on the violin. And knowing the positions of these notes will really help you when you start learning the instrument. Before we end this video, I would like to teach you guys about 2 symbols that you will frequently see when you're reading sheet music. One symbol is this thing that looks like a hashtag, and this is called a sharp. And when there's a sharp next to a note, it means the note is higher than its original tone. For example, C and C sharp. Looks like this. And I will demonstrate their tone using this toy piano. So C right here sounds like this, and C sharp sounds like this. See how C sharp is a bit higher? Now another symbol that you'll see when you're reading sheet music is the symbol that looks like a lowercase b, and this is called a flat. And when there's a flat next to a note, it means the note is lower than its original tone. For example, note B and B flat look like this. And if I were to demonstrate its sound, B would sound like this, and B flat would sound like this. See how B flat is slightly lower than its original note? So these are the 2 symbols that you'll often see when you're reading sheet music. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed and learned more about notes and pitches. In the next video, we'll be talking about what kind of violin we should get, what brand, what size, etc., etc. Please make sure to keep practicing clapping and counting those rhythms and reading sheet music. Please subscribe, leave a like, and see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye!